So what's surprising about this story? Well, surely it's surprising that anyone would possibly rise from the dead. And you'd be partly right there. There were a bunch of people around in Jesus' day called the Sadducees that didn't believe that people rose from the dead, anyone. It suited them to believe that because it would destabilise their whole world of power, wealth and influence. But Jesus had made it pretty clear during his time with his disciples that he in fact sided with the Pharisees on this subject, not the Sadducees. What did the Pharisees believe about the resurrection? Well, they believed that there would be a judgment day, the day of the Lord in which the Messiah would come, and there would be judgment, and the righteous, the Tzaddikim, as they would have called them, would rise from the dead to live with the Messiah under his rule. So they were expecting a mass resurrection. And when the disciples heard Jesus speaking about his resurrection, that's what would have been in their heads. And that's why when Paul tries to explain to the Corinthians what has happened, he uses this term first fruits. He says, look, I know you were expecting that when the resurrection happened, it would be a kind of en masse thing. But Jesus is kind of the advance guard, he says. He's the first fruits. He's the first step. So the resurrection of the righteous has begun. It's begun in Jesus. And that was the thing that was so surprising to the disciples. The resurrection and the day of the Lord has begun. Which leads us to our third question. So how about my body then? What's going to happen to that? Let's listen to a little bit more of the passage, shall we?